welcome back to my channel. For those who are just tuning in, welcome. My name is Jessica, and you can also follow me on Instagram at YesICanDoMakeup. And for today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and review the new Kyliecosmetics collection, and also this is a look that I created using this collection. So if you wanted to see how I created this look, just go ahead and keep on watching. First off, I'm gonna go ahead and say that I did not purchase every product in the collection. I only got the products that I really was more excited about and I really wanted. I'm gonna go ahead and start off by showing you guys the first product that I got from the collection, which is a Your Zero Money Baby Palette. So once you open it, this is how the packaging looks like. It's really nice. I love this packaging. I love the glitter, and so every time she comes out with things with glitter, I always end up getting them. That's how she gets me all the time. I even got her previous collection from, I believe, from 2 years ago when the whole palette's all glittery. Glittery. Yeah, I have that palette also still. And it's still one of my favorite palettes. But these are the shades from this palette. I love how it has mattes and glitter and also shimmers in the palette. And I also love how it comes with a mirror. You always have to have a mirror on your palette. And I also love the little detail here they put with the Benjamins on here. That's so cute. Okay, I already swatched all the shades from this palette. I love all the shades in here. They're all very pigmented. So far I really do like this palette. I have other previous palettes from her from previous collections, and most of them I really like, but there's some that unfortunately I wished I would never have bought them. One of the palettes I purchased was the one, I think it's from the Storm collection. That palette with the pastel shades, I did not like that palette. All the shades were very powdery and not that pigmented. So yeah, that palette was a huge disappointment. But this one so far is really nice. I do like it. So it does come with some mattes. The mattes that are here in this palette are the shade Stacks, which is this shade here. I'm not sure if you guys can pick up on that shade, but it's like a beautiful brown taupey gray color. And also Bands. See that shade, Bands. It's like a chocolate shade. Next shade is also matte. It's called Blue Faces, which is this shade here. Shade also there. You can barely see that shade, but once you apply like a primer underneath, you can definitely see that shade there, which is like I don't know, it looks like a macaroon kind of shade, the pink macaroon. It's kind of hard to tell on my skin tone, but yeah, that's all I can say. And then the other shade, this is the shade Work For It. This is how the shade looks like. It's like a baby pink, and then it's on a budget, which is this shade here. I'm not sure, I'm gonna put it right here. Sorry, my swatches are terrible. So yeah, it's like another like a flamingo type of pink. You can see that. Okay, and then also Breaking Records. It's another one, which is this shade here. It's like a plum type of shade. It's like a plum shade that is very nice and pigmented, which I love. Okay, and then the shimmers in this palette. The first one is Time Is Money, which is this shade here. You guys can see that. It's like a silvery shade. Next shade is also shimmer, is the one called 100, which is this one here. It's like a green gold shade. That shade is beautiful. I love that. See how pigmented that is. Next shade that's a shimmer in this palette. It's called Build Your Empire, which is this shade right here. You guys can see that. It's really nice. No, it's like a pink copper shade. That's the only way I can describe that shade. It's like kind of like a pink copper. The next shimmer shade in the palette is called Gold Setter, which is this pink one here. It's really nice. It has like between gold and silver specks, I believe, when this lighting is. When this lighting, it looks like it's golden and gray specks, which is very pretty. I love that. So the other shades that are in the palette, they're more like pressed glitters. So the first shade that's like that is called Birthday Queen, which is this shade here. And these, I love all of them, but for some reason these are more chunkier, like because they're more glitter. So yeah, you guys can see that. That one's like a beautiful penny copper shade. Love that. The next shade is called 22, which is this shade here. It's like a pink, light dusty pink. How pretty that is. And then the next shade is called Balling Bay. So this is one of the shades that I'm wearing. It's in the inner corner. You guys can see that. It's like a beautiful gold shade, like a light gold shade. And then the next one is called 22 Candles. I'm in that room, sorry guys. Look how pretty that is. I love this one actually. It's like between a pink and a purple shade, and it looks sorry if you guys can't pick that up on camera, but yeah, it has like gold and silver specks on it as well. It's a very beautiful shade, but as you can see, they come out more chunkier, I believe because they're more like a glitter type. And then the last shade, which is my favorite, is a shade called Time for Cake, which is this shade here. It's like a neon green. It's that shade there. Look how gorgeous that is. I love that. So yeah, those are all the shades from the palette. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but yeah. Sorry for my terrible swatches. It's kind of hard to do. Okay, the next product I'm gonna be reviewing is the Jelly Highlighter, and the shade I got is the shade 22 Carats. I'm sure if you guys can see that. And it looks like this. And it's like a jelly-like consistency. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's a jelly. And all I gotta say is, with this product, a little bit goes a long way. So it's super pigmented, and yeah, just need very little. Put this right here. You guys can see. Look how pigmented that is, and see how a little bit goes a long way. Just put a little bit on my fingertip, and look, just a little bit goes a long way. Look how beautiful that sheen is. I love that. I would even rub it in against my skin right now that I'm tan, just to give me a nice glow. Look at that. Like I would recommend, like I wouldn't mind using this product just to mix it with my foundation, just to give me a nice glow to the skin. Look how pretty that is. Or even put a little bit with your body makeup, and look, like a really beautiful glow it gives. I did apply some on my skin too, but I applied a highlighter on top of it, just because next time I'm gonna try it on top of dry product. But every time I try highlighters like with this type of consistency, it gets really patchy, so that's why I applied it before I applied on my powder. But I wouldn't mind it, using it, mixing it with my foundation. I'm gonna try that next time and let you guys know how that looks. But I do like the consistency of that. It's not patchy or anything. It blends out really nicely. The next product I'm going to be reviewing is a liquid eyeliner. It's in the shade Black. And I believe this is the first liquid eyeliner she has came out with. And so far, all I have to say is it is a good eyeliner. I'm not used to applying it with a pen type liner. I'm usually used to applying my liner with like using gel liner, So yeah, for me, I just gotta keep practicing. I do love how flexible the tip is of the pen. As you can see, I love how it goes from thick to very thin in the top. So if you guys can, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I love how pigmented it is. It goes on really nicely. I love how the brush is really flexible. So you guys can see that. Because I had to use other liquid eyeliners that are very, like the tip of it is very stiff and you have no control of it. So yeah, I really do like this liner so far. Hopefully in the future she comes out with a matte liquid liner, because it does have a satin finish to it, so it's not completely matte. But hopefully in the future she does come out with one. And the last product I got is this high gloss in the shade 1 in a Billion, which is the shade I'm wearing right now. And I love the packaging. I also love the shade of it, and it does have it's like a baby pink shade. It's like a light baby pink shade, and it has like gold specks to it. Unfortunately, I don't think you guys are gonna see that on camera, but I love how pigmented it is. And I've been wearing it already, but unfortunately what I'm noticing, it does not stay on very long. You have to keep retouching with these. I do have our old glosses, and I don't know, I think I like the formula so far of the old ones. Yeah, and I noticed too, it wiped out my shade that I was wearing, my liquid lipstick. The color just came off with it. It's not staying together. I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah, it's just, for some reason it just ate the other one. It looks like it came completely off. I put it on and look, it's the other shade. You can't even see it anymore. You can just see the glossiness of the gloss. And with the other glosses, I can apply it over and it stays on forever. And I love how also the color, it stays true, so it has like a tint to it. This one, not so much. It looks like it ate my lip color and it's coming off with it too. So I don't know, maybe by itself or with a liner, but that's all I have right now. Looks like it's just my liner and this gloss. So you'll see in my tutorial when it goes into the tutorial, you guys are gonna be able to see the color that I had before, and as you can see now, yeah, it just looks like it ate the color, but overall it's a pretty shade. I mean, if you just wear it on its own, I think it'll be nice too, but I think I still like her old glosses better with the tint to it, or maybe it's just this one, I'm not sure. And also the lipsticks, I wanted to get some too, but for some reason now every time I order lipsticks, especially hers, it's kind of hard to tell they look good on my skin tone or not. It's like a hit or miss, because I feel like online it looks like a totally different shade than in real person. So I love to swatch them first. I'd rather see them in person and swatch them, and then if I like them, then I'll purchase it. But lately, in the past, I've had purchased some of her lip stuff, and for some reason they do not look right, or the formula, I don't like the formula. So yeah, so it's just like a hit or miss. So I'd rather just wait for them to come out like an Ulta now, so I can try the other shades and then I'll buy them from there. But for the lip stuff, I don't think I'm gonna be buying lip stuff from her anytime soon until it hits stores. But overall, I do have lots of her liquid lipsticks. I love the formula. It's just that it sucks that when she comes out with new stuff, if we can't see, like, you can't see it in person because you don't know if it'll go right with your complexion or not. Hopefully in the future she does release the collections in stores also. I know they want to hype it up and everybody to buy it before it sells out, but I think also she should release them in stores, so even we have the testers to see if it looks great on our skin tone, or the formula, if you even like the formula. So if we have the testers to see, then maybe when they sell out in stores, we can still have the opportunity to buy it online. That's just my opinion, but I hope she does that in the future. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I think it's a good idea. Okay, so that's my review for the product. So let's go ahead and do the tutorial for this look. Okay, the first product I'm going to be using today is this MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and I'm going to go ahead and use it as my primer for today. Just applying that all over the lid. Okay, so the first product I'm going to be using is a Your Zero Money Baby palette from the collection. First shade I'm going to be using from that palette is called On a Budget, which is this shade here. Applying that all over the crease. It's going to be like my transition shade. The next shadow I'm going to be using from the palette is called Long Money, which is this shade here. I'm going to go ahead and use that Morphe M441 brush. So similar to the other shade, it's just a bit darker, like a darker mauve shade. And I'm using this Morphe M506 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and use a shade called Breaking Records, which is like a plum shade. And I'm just going to go ahead and place that right in the middle of the crease. And I'm going to go back with that Morphe M441 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and blend that shade out. But I'm just concentrating to have that shade right in the middle of the crease. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease, and I'm gonna go ahead and use this Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and this is in the shade Fair. I'm gonna go back with that shade called Breaking Records again, and using this Morphe M441 brush again. Just applying that a little bit in the outer corner. The shade won't get lost after we cut the crease. And I'm gonna go ahead and go back with that shade called Work For It, which is this shade here. It's like a baby pink shade, like a dusty baby pink shade. And I'm applying that right in the inner corners, right in the corner right here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use my favorite shade from the palette, which is this shade here called Time for Cake. And this one is like a bright neon green shade, and it has shimmer on it. It's more like a glitter. You guys can see that. Using that right in the middle of those two shades. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab that shade called Ballin' Bay, which is this shade here. It's like a shimmering light gold shade, and I'm just placing that shade in between the Time for Cake and Work For It shadows we placed, just to make it blend a little bit better. The next product I'm going to be using is a liquid eyeliner that also came out, which is this liner here. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply my foundation. I'm going to use this NARS Natural Radiant Longer Foundation, and I'm the shade Stromboli. And I'm gonna go ahead and mix it with this Wonder Beauty Glow Head Illuminating Face Oil. Just mixing those two together. So to give me more radiant glow. So excuse my volcanoes I have over here.
Purchase your tracks today.
I'm thinking about purchasing the new Anastasia and Fenty Beauty foundations. I want to try them since my skin is dry. I want to see how well they are. So that might be my next video. Even though I feel like not the Fenty Beauty, the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation, I'm not sure if they would have my shade. Because all of them, they don't have a lot of olive tones, it seems like, in that foundation. But I'm gonna go ahead and go to Sephora and try it out there to find my match. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply some lashes and I'll be right back. And the concealer I'm going to be using is the 8 by Under Eye Concealer in the shade Medium Sand. The next product I'm going to be using is this Kylie Jelly Highlighter, and the shade I got is the shade 22 Carats. This product. I'm just going to go ahead and dab that on right on top of my cheekbone. I'm gonna go ahead and use this Morphe Y11 brush and just go ahead and blend that product out. I'm gonna go ahead and use this Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder, and I'm using this Moda brush. Just applying that all over my skin, dabbing it on and also buffing it out. And I love this powder actually. I love the feeling it gives, how it feels like when it goes on wet. But then it's an actual powder. I love that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and bake, and I'm gonna go ahead and use this Huda Beauty translucent powder in the shade Banana Bread. Same powder I always use. And I'm using this Real Technique sponge. Just placing that right underneath my eye area. I'm gonna go ahead and go back with that shade called On a Budget, which is this shade here. Just place them underneath the lash line. Okay, now I'm gonna go back with that shade called Breaking Records again. Just connecting those two. Putting that on the outer corner just to connect that with the top, just to give it a smoky effect. I'm gonna go ahead and go back with that shade called Balling Bay, which is this shade here, and I'm applying that right in the inner corners, right here. Brighten it up right there. Okay, now I'm gonna go back with a Tartarus Pro and Glow palette. I'm gonna go ahead and use that shade called Backstage, which is this shade here. And I'm using this Maxolina brush. I'm contouring my nose with that same Kyliecosmetics brush. It's a fluffy blending brush. The next product I'm using is this Kyliecosmetics highlighter palette, and this is from the Storm collection. It's before the Storm. Yeah. And the shade I'm gonna be using is called Daydream, which is this shade here. It's like a pink goldish shade with like kind of looks like a champagne shade. I pink champagne, if that makes sense. There's powder on top of the jelly instead. Also on top of the arch of my brows, I'm applying that shade also. And then I'm also gonna apply that right here in the bridge of my nose, in the very tip of my nose. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips now, and I'm using this Steve Laurent lip liner. The next product I'm going to be using is this Kyliecosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Exposed. My favorite liquid lipstick from her so far. Okay, this is the last product that I got from the collection, and this is a high gloss in this shade 1 in a Billion. It's like a pretty light pink shade with the gold specks in it. Also, I almost forgot. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara, and I'm gonna use this Tarte Big Ego mascara. This is in the shade Black. Just applying it to the bottom lashes. But I hope you really enjoyed this review and this tutorial. So if you wanted to see more videos, go ahead and click the subscribe button. And also if you have any recommendations or any comments, go ahead and comment below. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Till next time.